So, as I said before, we're going to talk about the business in the Bible. Not about people, but how does the Bible relate to business? And it won't probably relate to you because you probably won't understand what I'm talking about just because you don't have a business or you don't know how to run a business or get into business. Like I said before, this world is all about business and the money, the cheddar, right? The fiat, the currency. So, just like religion, it's still big business, no matter how you put it. When the explorers came, the conquistadors came to the West in the Indies, they didn't care what they were found. They was looking for fortune, fame, money, and title, especially entitlement. They wanted to be entitled to a piece of something, something that they was denied back in their country, in the European countries. So what I'm going to talk about is churches that are rich beyond your imagination. That's right. The Bible that you preach has more riches than what you preach in the Bible. Much more than what the world had to offer back then. They have more than that. And how? By the people, the same people that are preaching this Bible, they're getting rich off. Because once again, their mindset is locked in that doctrine. You ever seen the movie Hellraiser? Once you open that box, you can't get out. You keep on opening boxes and you end up to another door, another horror, another situation you can't get out of. This is how this book is. Every time you turn the page, you get stuck and you have to go right back and open the book to another page and read again. You're still stuck and you never get out of it. So your mind is locked in to the same concept. And you don't know the word concept, you look it up. It's an idea. So this book is only an idea of everything that had happened or that is going to happen or did happen. Nothing there is factual, right? And it's still haven't been proven. It's just been read to you, and you think just because you could read the verses and the chapters, you got all this knowledge, even though it sounds good in words, but if you don't look into it and just read the book, you think you have something good. But everything has a deception to everything. So you got to look deeper. So anyway, what I came to talk about, why our church is richer than imagination, even more than banks and government. That's right. The government you also work for 5 days a week or 6 days a week from 8 to 5 or even more hours, get rich of you by reading this doctrine to others and indoctrinate others into the religion. People say it's not a religion, it's a book of history, whatever you might call it. The doctrine is all about the cheddar, right? Everybody wants something out of something. They get your soul, they get the money. The more souls you have, the more money they make. So I'm gonna read a article here. You look it up, it's in the threads. You look it up, you write Google, right? You got a good phone, I'm sure you got an iPhone. But you can't afford to invest your money. But that's another story and another topic. So here goes. Religion is the biggest business in the world. Religion annually distributes about 1.2 trillion. Did you hear that? Distribute $1.2 trillion to the socio-economic value of the United States economy, according to a 2006 study by the Religious Freedom and Bureau Foundation. This is equivalent to being the world's 15th largest national economy, right? Out pacing nearly 180 other countries and territories. There you go. This is not me making. This is a thread that I read about religion, the biggest business in the world. There you go. Um, Church is a big business, right? And so that's how it is, people. Everybody's into something. While you're reading that book, getting stuck, the churches are finding ways how to build their worth. Something that the brothers don't do because they got their head stuck in that book so much that they think by putting down their people, other races, right? But they don't elevate themselves to learn more of how the world works, right? And I had another article here, but looks like I lost it because I was reading so much. Here it goes. Check this article out. It's called Religion Aggravates the Rational Brain, right? That means it works your brain up, right? Stimulates it because it trades in magical thinking and no proof. Did you hear that? What it says about the Bible and religion, right? And religion irritates the rational brain because it trades in magical thinking and no proof. But it nourishes the emotional brain because it calms fears, answers to yelling, and straightens feelings of loyalty. Different emotions, stress require different kinds of rescue. See? So this, in my terms, right, in my own opinion, saying that the Bible gives people a sense of calm and relief and different emotions that stimulates the brain. Like if you want to find something out of you in a dilemma, right, that can't get things straight from one to another, or think for yourself, this Bible is gonna give you the answer. And even if you ask for a question, it's not gonna answer the question that you really asked for. It's just gonna give you something similar that's gonna satisfy what you're looking for, right? It's not an actual answer because it says here, because it trades in magical thinking and no proof. And it's not me, I'm reading this off the article. Magical thinking and no proof. How all this Holy Ghost, how Mary got pregnant by some spiritual godly being, right? And all these things. That's what they call magical thinking. And there's no proof of that. How this Mary got impregnated by a human, right? A spiritual being cannot impregnate a human being. Is just not in the human form and cannot produce semen, right? You need semen. You need to have physically intercourse to impregnate a girl. Nobody ever seen a spirit. Spirits don't talk. Spirits don't touch. Now, why is it that this spirit came down and impregnated a woman? That's what they say. The Bible has no merit, right? Merit means no credibility. Can't prove what it's saying. So, also, I have another article here called Religions Help Us to Define Our Lives, and those we can say it gives meaning to our lives. Religion helps us to deal with the most stressful moments of our lives because it gives us hope to move on, enables you to avoid depression, and so far life moves more smoothly in a healthy manner. This is probably just practically saying if you follow the Bible, your life is gonna go smooth. You believe that reading a book, just because you read a book, your life is not gonna go smooth. You could follow a book from page to page, and you try it, it's never gonna go right. It's like If you're a carpenter and you're trying to build a house straight, you're never going to get the house straight. It's never going to be square. It's always going to be slanted. So life is not always horizontal or vertical. They always fall off from balance. That's how it is. Life is not balanced. They say it needs balance, but it can never be balanced, right? So it's up to you to balance your own life. You don't need a book to balance your own life. And so let me get the other article here so I can find it. All right. So religion's big business. I read that one. Okay. Another one is that people was drilled into death. That people say if you don't believe in this religion, this doctrine, this book, you're gonna lose your life. So it's better to believe in a God that you never seen and have everlasting life than not believing. So it's better to be saved than not to believe. You believe that? A book is telling you to believe in something you never heard of just to get everlasting life. So check this out. Why do we seek religion? Some have said people seek religion to cope with a fear of death. Others call it the basis of morality and virtuous. Other theories abound. People are attracted to religion because it provides believers to opportunity to satisfy all their basic desires over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Let me read it again so maybe you didn't understood. Right? It's called Why Do We Seek Religion? Some have said that people seek religion to cope with a fear of death. Others call it the basis of morality and virtuous. Other theories abound. People are attracted to religion because it provides believers the opportunity to satisfy all their basic desires over and over again. Meaning, if they die or they got a sickness and they believe in this book, this Bible, they're going to live forever if they believe in. They're going to rest back and enjoy their life. Maybe not now in this time, but after death. I don't believe that. If I'm gone, I'm gone. I don't want nobody to wake me up. You think I want to go through another struggle again? And if you are a deep believer of the Bible, of the book, I would call it the book now, because I don't have no controversy what it is. So, right, this book messes around with people's head. You know, talking about life, death. People always scared of death because they already got drilled in their mind. If you don't repent, you're gonna die in hell and feel pain for 1,000 years, or is it 1,000,000 years? See, I'm not actually, and this is not. I'm not into this. I'm just trying to explain the mystical things about the Bible that I didn't say that I just read it and you heard it. You can look it up. You know, it's all in threads. You can lift it up in black and white if you understand it. You know, it's a wholesome book, man, just to keep you trapped in this. And instead of doing what you need to do, right, getting out of poverty, instead of complaining all the time that the man this, or like this. No, you got yourself in an oppression situation. You're just too busy getting brainwashed, and there's nobody to guide you. And even as people want to guide you, you don't know how to get out of it. So why blame others when you have to blame yourself? Let me see if I find something else here that could probably convince you on this stuff. Oh yeah, I had another one. The richest churches. Here you go. Look at this. Religion organizations worth billions. You believe that? They worth billions. Starting with the Trinity Church in the United States. $6 billion. Now, why would a church have $6 billion in asset? I mean, they had to get it from somewhere. The the Vatican of the Catholic Church, $4.0 billion. The Vatican City, $4 billion. Why does the church do so much money? And people living in hunger, you know, they generate as much money as the government. The Optus die, part of the Catholic Church, 2.0 million. Billion worldwide. And you want to keep on believing in that church, but you poor, but you carry the same Holy Bible they carry, but they rich and you poor. So you can't blame them. You gotta blame yourself for not being as rich as the organization you're following, right? And here comes the other one, and this has surprised me when I seen this, right? The Catholic Church in the Philippines, and I've been there 3 times. And the Philippines is a poor country and it's a big country, and you say a quarter, a third of these people are suffering in poverty, but the church is worth $2.0 billion. You believe that? Let me say it again. The church, the organization of the church worth billions. The Catholic Church in the Philippines, $2.0 billion. And half of this population is poor, living in poverty. So you told me that you following a false religion. It's all about profit. And you supporting these churches and these religions to have all this asset where you don't have nothing. Unless you spend your money, in things that don't really bring you any wealth, but you complain, you buy your little TV, your little sneakers, but that don't mean anything. You condemn, since the minute you picked up this Bible studies, you already trapped to believe that these churches are blessing you with some kind of magical spirit. You probably won't call it magical, but I'm calling it magical because it's in the thread. They say it's magical with no proof to show anything they say. It just goes back and forth. So if you know something, why these churches are so rich and you so poor, because you're stuck in this doctrine. You explain to me why you so oppressed and why you finding out these rich billion-dollar churches and you're not as rich as them. So who you gonna blame? The book or yourself? You let me know and you think about that.